Um, I see that. See, you've spoken a bit about discipline before, and I wanted to ask, how do you know when to call it quits for the day? I mean, you've picked your stock, you have an idea exactly what you're looking for in a stock, but let's say the trades are not going the way you want. How do you determine that it's time to pull back and get out of that position?
First of all, Uzo, thank you for all the questions. I mean, this is really what keeps the program flowing along, and I know that your questions are everybody else's questions, and we can talk about them and repeat them over and over. And we should, because that's what pounds it into your sort of strategy and people's strategies by keep reiterating, keep talking about it over and over. So your question was, how do I know when to basically fold them, know when to hold them, know when to fold them?
Exactly.
At a certain point of the day, you start when you're up a certain amount. We have basically a 25-cent rule, 25% rule, and 25% rule means that if I'm up $1,000, I'll be willing to give back on any trade $250 because I'm looking to make another 1,000 for the day. And if I have if I'm up 2,000, I'll be willing to give back $500. Right now, I'm up about 23.50 in my closed P&L. I would be willing to give back about $400 or $500 to potentially make another 2,000 if the market sort of sends off in the right direction. And I always have the risk reward. So, people come to me all the time and they're like, "Should I stop? Should I stop trading?" And I say, well, can you control yourself? Because if you can control yourself, you want to continue trading because your risk reward will always be intact. If you're a good trader, your strategy should always be intact, and if that's the case, then don't stop trading. Always continue to trade, but understand what your risk reward is like at different times of day. So during lunchtime, your risk reward becomes you'll probably lose 300 and maybe make 250. That's not a good risk reward. On the open, you'll either make 1,000 or lose $300, and that's a good risk reward. And you basically, I always tell traders, you could keep going as long as you're in control. As long as you're not giving back too much, and when you give back too much, you need to be able to control yourself and step away from the screen. And that's what people have a problem doing, and that's what people sometimes come to us, and they want us to literally, give them a spanking if they sit by their desk and they give back too much. Because I'm telling you, guys, everybody's wrong. I'm wrong the most. I always say I'm wrong the most. I just trade well because I protect myself at all times, because I have the right risk-reward scenario always intact, because I understand, I grasp the concept of I'm going to be wrong, how little can I lose when I am wrong? And Uzo, these conversations, these questions are not really short-term type of questions. These, each one of these is really a whole educational hour piece that we should be going over, as they are really important aspects of our trading. But I do want you to keep asking them, and I think that we should sort of address those that we talked about for today and pick up the conversation a little bit every day so people could sort of grasp the ideas.
Thanks a lot.